He almost didn't stop. Asterisk, the rain was coming down hard, blurring the city into streaks of white and yellow. His shoes were already soaked, his phone battery at 5%, and his mind stuck on the email he'd just received, another rejection. Another reminder that he was falling behind while everyone else seemed to move forward. Asterisk, he noticed her only because she didn't move. Asterisk, she sat on the curb outside a closed convenience store. Knees pulled to her chest, hair plastered to her face. People passed her like she was part of the sidewalk. One man stepped over her legs without even looking down. Asterisk, he slowed, then stopped. Asterisk, she looked up, startled, like a deer frozen in headlights. Her eyes were red, not just from the rain. From crying? From exhaustion. Asterisk, sorry, he said quickly, holding up his hands like he'd done something wrong. Are you okay? She stared at him for a long second, then shook her head once. No, she said, her voice cracked. But it doesn't matter. Something in the way she said it made his chest tighten. He hesitated, then pulled the paper bag from his jacket. Inside was the sandwich he'd bought earlier and forgotten to eat. He held it out to her. Asterisk, I don't have much, he said, but this is yours if you want it. She looked at the bag like it might disappear. For me? She asked. He nodded. Her hands shook as she took it. She didn't open it right away. Just held it, breathing like she'd been running. Asterisk, thank you, she whispered. You didn't have to stop. Asterisk, I know, he said. But I did. Asterisk, she let out a small, broken laugh. Most people don't. Asterisk. They sat there, in silence for a moment, rain filling the space between them. My name's Ethan, he said finally. Lena. Asterisk, she took a bite of the sandwich and closed her eyes. Not from taste. From relief. Asterisk, can I ask you something? He said carefully. Asterisk, she shrugged. You can ask. Asterisk, why are you out here? In this weather? She looked away, toward the dark street, stretching ahead like it had no end. I ran out of places to go, she said. Asterisk, he didn't push. He'd learnt that sometimes kindness wasn't about fixing. It was about staying. Asterisk, I was supposed to meet someone, she continued after a moment. Thought they might help. They didn't show. Asterisk, that sucks. Asterisk, she nodded. Yeah. The rain softened to a drizzle. I was going to the bridge, she said suddenly. Asterisk, his stomach dropped. The bridge. Asterisk, she nodded again, like she was confirming a grocery list. I figured. At least it would be quiet there. Ethan felt the world narrow. I'm really glad you didn't, he said. Asterisk, she looked at him then, really looked. Why? Asterisk, he opened his mouth, then closed it. The honest answer surprised him. Asterisk, because I don't think you're done, he said. Even if it feels like you are. She studied his face like she was trying to see if he meant it. You don't even know me. Asterisk, no, he admitted. But I know what it looks like when someone feels invisible. Asterisk, something shifted in her expression. A crack in the wall. Asterisk, they talked for a while after that. About nothing important. Favorite foods. Bad jobs. The strange comfort of late-night diners. The rain stopped completely. Eventually, she stood. I should go, she said. Where? He asked, trying not to sound afraid of the answer. Asterisk, she smiled faintly. Somewhere safer than a bridge. He exhaled, realizing he'd been holding his breath. They walked together until the street split. Asterisk, thank you, she said again. For stopping. Asterisk, any time, he said. Really? She turned and disappeared down the street. Ethan stood there for a long time, staring at the empty sidewalk. Asterisk, he didn't know why, but he felt lighter. Like something heavy had been set down. 3 months later, he forgot about that night. Life didn't magically improve. He still struggled. Still failed interviews. Still doubted himself. Then one afternoon, his phone rang. Unknown number. Asterisk, hello. Asterisk, Ethan. A woman's voice said. Asterisk, double quotes, yes. Asterisk, this is St. Mary's Hospital. Asterisk, his heart jumped. Is everything okay? Asterisk, There was a pause. I'm calling about a patient who listed you as an emergency contact. Asterisk, I don't think her next words made his knees weaken. Her name is Lena. The world tilted. She asked us to call you, the nurse continued. She's stable, but she wanted you to know something. Asterisk, Ethan swallowed. Okay, double quotes asterisk, she wanted you to know that the night you stopped was the night she decided to live. His eyes burned. But, the nurse added softly, she didn't make it through surgery this morning. The silence was unbearable. I'm so sorry, the nurse said. The call ended. Ethan sat down on the floor. Phone slipping from his hand. Days passed in a blur. At the funeral, he stood in the back, feeling like an imposter. He barely knew her. Then he noticed the photo near the casket. Lena, smiling. Really smiling. Beside it was a folded note. For the man who stopped in the rain, it read asterisk inside. In shaky handwriting, you didn't save my life. You reminded me it was worth living. Asterisk. That mattered more than you'll ever know. Ethan cried harder than he ever had. Years later, whenever he felt like giving up, he remembered that night, and he always stopped. Because sometimes, the twist isn't that kindness saves someone forever. Asterisk sometimes. It's that it gives them enough light to choose life, even if only for a while. Asterisk, and that is still everything.